Welcome to another episode of On Campus here at the Solano College Sports Network. I'm joined today by Ramsey Anderson, creator of the TV show Think You Can DJ and in charge of Ramsey Productions. So, Ramsey, you are very experienced in the field of TV broadcasting, creating commercials, editing, video specs. So, talk me through kind of what you do as a video editor and motion graphics designer and stuff like that.
Yeah, thanks. So I've been involved in doing video production for the last 15 years. Really since 2002 is when I started at Public Access. But things really ramped up in 2004 when I got involved with Local 16 as a IATSE audio video lighting production in San Francisco. And so they just brought a higher level of awareness to me. And then I was also working with Dimension 7, which is a TV studio in San Francisco that really focused on independent productions. And so there is where we brought in Think You Can DJ, which is a game show for club DJs. And we really got to take advantage of their large venue and customize the space with stage props. And we did a lot of like spandex, treatment to make the space interesting and look like a nightclub. And so what I've really enjoyed is finding a space that we can get comfortable in and just kind of sit in and just really maximize the space. Often when people come into a studio, it looks really small, and it's because we have to make a lot fit into that space. And so I've been doing productions for a number of years. And just each year, like internally, I think about where do I want to grow, what are areas that are really fun and new. And so due to COVID, live event production kind of went out the window. And so it really gave me an opportunity to sit and think about what do I want to kind of double down on. And a couple of my friends have drones, and they're flying all over San Francisco in different areas. And I decided to go ahead and go down that path, and it's just been a lot of fun capturing content with the drone and then adding After Effects and motion graphics and titles to that content to tell stories. And I kind of feel like there's a new part of Ramsey coming out, which is really neat. It kind of makes you like a little 5 or 10-year-old. You know, it's like this new toy, you don't want to crash it, but you really continue to push yourself slowly to gain awareness and expertise in it.
So you talk about awareness and expertise that you've gained throughout all your time in different video productions, working with different companies and groups. So what kind of education are you taking right now to further diversify your skill set and improve upon what you've already learned?
Yeah, so I'm really lucky as a Army veteran that there are a lot of courses available for us veterans, but there's also free courses kind of out in the world if you're looking for them. But 2 courses that I'm taking advantage of right now are After Effects and motion graphics training, rotoscoping. That's one course that I do 3 days a week that's about to wrap up. And then to kind of get on the pre-production side, I'm taking a writer's course, a screenwriting course, through the Writers Guild of America West. And that's for veterans. And that course is military veterans from all over the United States. And so for our 8-person team, we have 4 mentors who really work with us from the very beginning of who's your hero, what's your world entail, any rules involved with that stuff. And then in a very kind of competitive way, but in a very supportive environment, helping us over the next several months build to a feature or TV show that is good enough for the industry. And for somebody that hasn't had that opportunity, it's just really an amazing experience to be involved with. And then I parlay my experience to help others who might be struggling, all while knowing that just wait a minute, I'll be at the bottom of the pile struggling soon, you know. So we kind of take turns, and that's just part of the learning experience.
Yeah.
I like it.
So you run this show, Think You Can DJ. So kind of walk through me, what's it about, how you produced it, how you got started, and other things like that.
Yeah, so just a little bit of backstory is, while I was in the Army, I was working at a club, an industrial club outside of Post, and it was a really big environment. It had like $1 million worth of AV. Booth is way up above, dancers everywhere, great time. But within a couple of weeks, I got bored. I was thinking, what is it that I could do to engage the audience so it's not just me playing music and them responding? How can we do an interactive experience? And it was before reality shows and all that stuff. And so I grew up watching game shows. And so I was like, what if we could like blindfold the DJ, or we like had a big giant turntable with different genres of music on it? And so I pretty much like nonstop after the Army talked to people at parties and got connected with DJs in Sonoma County where I was living. And by 2002, we were able to get a public access in Petaluma. And so we, with a bunch of 2x4s and plywood, made a wheel of steel. That was like version 1. And then just over the years, just kind of investing little bits of money that I had, we just got the stage prop better. We understood the show better. So the story is that it's 3 rounds, 3 DJs. At the end of it, somebody wins cash or prizes or opportunity. And so round 1 is the wheel of steel. So it's that signature prop, 8 genres around, and the opportunity is that the audience gets to learn about these different genres of music that they may have never heard about, and the DJs get to mix new songs that they've never heard. So I work with independent music producers to showcase the best music of house, breaks, hip hop, drum and bass, trance, glitch hop, dubstep, techno, for example, and we can change those genres. But with those, a DJ comes up, they land on house, we give them 2 tracks of house, they have 2 minutes to make a mix. From that, our judges, we'll have 2 judges, like a scratch DJ judge who just scratches a sample as to whether they like it or not, so they don't talk. And then we have a producer judge who then says whether they should go back to the studio and learn some more, or they have what it takes to win the round. And so it's very fun, it's whimsical, it's competitive, but we try not to bash people. It's more of gentle encouragement to continue learning and growing. So it's a lot of amateur DJs. And so that's round 1. At the end of round 1, somebody gets a disco ball necklace. We jump right into round 2, which is a trivia. So it might be like guess the beats per minute without going over. So if you think about like a trip hop song, that could be like 75 beats per minute. Techno would be closer to like 130, 40, something like that. So you can hear like 8 beats, and you could have a pretty good idea of tempo, and that'll dictate what the BPM is. So that's like 1. I have about 13 challenges for trivia, and then I have about 13 stunts. So round 3 is stunts. Boy, I thought I turned that off. And so round 3 is stunts. And so basically, we might have the DJ mix 2 songs they never heard before blindfolded, or the favorite is beer run. And so what that is you make a mix, you run down to the beer girl, pound a beer, and run back and save the mix. And so it's my way of successfully getting DJs away from the mixer while 2 songs are playing. And it's really scary. As someone who does all the challenges for fun, I get really sweaty palms, and I empathize with the DJs who really want to try, but don't know what's in store for them. Like I really scare the hell out of them. So after the 3 rounds, we award one of them winner. Everybody gets cash and prizes, or everyone gets prizes. And with the trivia, I'm able to involve the audience. So we might have like a crossword puzzle that the cast is doing, the 3 contestants. and then we'll run down pages of them on a clipboard for the audience to do, and then kind of whoever finishes first gets a t-shirt and incentives like that. But the overarching idea is that we want to inspire people to learn how to DJ, and we really want to educate people on music and also kind of bring dance, and just kind of show the magic of dance and the different genres of dance.
I mean, I think it's really cool how much innovation and just new concepts you bring to people with your show, and I think it's going to be a really successful hit one day. So this has been a great time meeting with Ramsey Anderson. This has been On Campus. I'm your host, Tiago Harshberger. I was joined today by Ramsey Anderson, and we had a great show today. It's a great time talk. Is that enough for now?
But Dad, I love him. I'm going to marry him. I don't care what you say.
Cut. Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you'll learn all aspects of television production. Work with high-end cameras in the field and in the studio. Professional sound, lighting, and green screen. And let's not forget editing. Enroll today. Get an art school education at a fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
Well, hi everybody, I'm Greg Poff, Director of the Solano College Sports Broadcasting Program, and we're here in the TV studio at Solano Community College, and I'd like to tell you about a great opportunity this summer. Now, typically with our summer class, we're covering sports. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we're opening up the class to all of you podcasters, YouTube influencers, to give you a chance to come in and create content that we can show on YouTube. You can have your own podcast. We can even put you on Channel 28 locally. Let's take a look at some of the equipment we have here in the studio. Come on. All right, we're here in the Solano College Sports Network studio control room to show you some of the equipment that you can use as a student here at Solano Community College. And the first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is the production unit system that we use. It's made by New Tech. It's the TriCaster system. This system is used by every major network. So you come to Solano Community College, you're going to learn video production on the TriCaster unit, so you'll be ready to go once you leave our program. You'll be trained on the same equipment that you would use in all of the major networks. You see the video production board here. We've got our speakers set up here. Here we've got our interface that you can use, so all kinds of equipment that you can use to be a professional in media production. Another great feature of our video production system, you'll be able to get training on the Allen and Heath audio board, where you will learn the trade secrets for both radio and TV production. Here in the video editing suite, you will have access to Adobe Premiere and the entire Creative Cloud. If you can imagine it, you can create it right here in the Solano Community College TV studio. We have merged with Fairfield Cable Access, and that gives you the opportunity to use the same TV equipment that they use to produce their shows on local TV here in Fairfield, and that gives you the chance to also show your work on local TV.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.